All right, what's going on? Thanks to those that are joining me live and to those that are joining me on archive. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe. So let me get this straight. Let me try and understand this, right? I've been getting some messages and I got some comments, of some dudes that think they're funny. Look, man, right? First of all, the same people that are angry, right? That I'm not a big supporter of this fight, that I'm advocating for this fight, that I'm not pretending that this fight is not a big deal, right? That it is a big deal, that is, right? How dare you not pump up the fight? How dare you give us your honest opinion on Chavez Jr.? ¿Son una bola de inútiles o qué? Are you guys a bunch of fucking idiots or what? I mean, when a when an off-duty cop was holding some 13-year-old who was Hispanic just a couple days ago, all of you had nothing to say. I talked about it, right? I mean, you, you know, um, this is insane. It really is, man. Okay. Um, I don't know what the fuck is going on in the minds of some people. I really don't. Okay. Maybe it's attention. Maybe they're trying to get more than the 12 views they usually get. You know what I mean? Um, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. But there's something going on, right? And it's this obsession they got. But let's talk about this specifically. Okay. Notice that my greatest criticisms of Chavez Jr., all right, are, believe it or not, because he's Mexican. And I find him embarrassing. Okay? It's not that he's Mexican, therefore I hate him. No, no. It's that he's Mexican and he doesn't have the respect of the Mexican legends that came before him. That's how I feel about it. I'm that passionate about it. All right? He's a fucking disgrace to me. Fails to make weight, makes up his own weight, outweighed opponents for the majority of his career. I'm not mad that he's the son of the legend. And I'm not mad that he made money off of that. Okay? But we have to be real and acknowledge that this individual inherited what he has. Okay? He didn't really, for the position he's been in, if he was just some other dude, all right, and not the son of Chavez, he would never reach this level. Since he was in his mid-teens, signed with Top Rank. They matched him up well. There's nothing wrong with that. I was a big fan of the kid when he was up and coming. Him and his brother Omar, right? And I supported them. But I'm not someone that just turns a blind eye to bullshit, right? I'm not. So just because he's the son of Julio Cesar Chavez doesn't mean that he didn't do some bullshit, right? Along with the WBC, who, by the way, the person that stripped Martinez of his title was the godfather of Chavez Jr. All right. I mean, talk about conflict of interest and talk about obvious corruption. So, of course, I'm going to call that out. No, it didn't end there. His attitude, his inconsistent dedication to the sport, and I'm supposed to revere this guy as a big star? For what? I have little respect for him. Now, if you start a conversation about Juan Manuel Marquez, like, yeah, I respect Marquez, right? I respect the Mexican legends. Senior, I respect him. His own father was on TV saying he's done with this kid, that this kid should retire, that he can't believe how he's just not dedicated, right? And trainers like Fredo Roach have said, I can't work with this kid. He's untrainable. Multiple trainers have just said, I can't work with this kid. That's it. I don't respect the guy. I have no respect for him. He has no respect for the sport. That's what this is about. And yes, I don't like the fact that Canelo's fighting him. I don't. Canelo is better than this. He just is. He's far too talented, has too much of a, you know, he is one of the elite fighters in the sport right now. He's better than this fucking freak show. And that's my opinion. That's what this fight is. I mean, that's to me that's what it is. If you can't take that opinion, then that's too fucking bad, isn't it? Right? So I don't know. That's what I have to say about that. Okay. I mean, I don't have anything further to say, to elaborate on anyway, regarding that. Okay. It's many of the people saying these things. I mean, keep in mind, there's Mexicans that don't even like me that actually hate this fight too. Okay. Like, this is not a Mexican thing. People that don't like this fight, it's not because they hate Mexicans, right? If that's your thought process, you need to reevaluate your thought process, okay? You know, like, oh, but Chavez, he's rededicated. He's gonna reach his potential. Like really? Holy shit! How many chances does he get to reach his potential? How many chances? ¿Cuántas oportunidades va a tener ese chavo? ¿Cuántos? ¿Cuántas oportunidades? ¿Cuántas veces le tienen que poner una pinche paliza a este güey? How many times would they have to beat his ass before he says, all right, okay, I'm ready to show my potential? Okay? I'm still waiting for this fucking miraculous, potential. I've been waiting. Okay? It's not like we have a fucking choice. They ram him down our throats every time he fucking has a fight. So I'm waiting. It's not like he's in hiding. No, but dude, you know what they say about Mexico? Like, dude, like, shut the fuck up. Okay? Just like that. This kid, all right, he's embarrassing. Like, I don't know, just like Areola was. Okay? Like, don't you understand? It's an embarrassment to the sport. And it's an embarrassment to the history of Mexican boxing. It is. Okay? And the level of boxing fans in the Mexican American community that just keep believing in this kid. I mean, I can't believe it. Some of them love him more than Canelo. I can't believe it. Okay, I just can't. No, but this kid, I mean, you don't understand. He's never really trained hard. Like, you guys say that like it's a good thing, man. Right? Like, it's a good thing that he hasn't, like, shown his secret potential. You guys sound like the fucking, remember the Algieri Pacquiao fight? When his trainer was talking about, I'm keeping him in the cage. Oh, I have him caged in. And then they fucking knock his ass down again. Right? While he's talking about unleashing Algieri any moment now. Right? Like, this kid has been beaten up. He's lost decisions. He's been knocked out already. Okay, or quit in the stool. All right, he's won gift decisions or questionable decisions. Right, and he's avoided taking drug tests and the post fight in Texas. Sometimes wasn't even required to do these tests. And you expect me just to sit back and just let it happen? It's a fucking disgrace. God forbid I say, hey, I think Canelo's too good for this guy. I think there's far better matchups he could have done than this. No, but the money, you guys talk about the money like they're going to pay you or something. What, are you getting a cut? Okay, are you getting a cut out of Chavez's purse and Canelo's purse? Are they giving you a cut of the money? The only cut you're going to get is the cut you give, right, to pay for the fucking fight. That's the only cut you're going to give a cut. You're not going to receive a cut. All right? You guys talk about the money being made like if you're going to get a piece of it or something. If you're getting a piece of the money, by all means, keep propping up the fight, right? But none of you are. What's your point? Oh no, man, the money being made is just it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense for the promoters and all that, but it doesn't make sense for respect in the sport, right? It doesn't make sense for that, and there's a Pandora's box now that Canelo's put himself in, that he's fighting this dude at 165, whatever the made up weight is. Okay, they're fighting at some catch weight. 164. What's the weight? What's the weight? We're just making up weights again, right? Don't talk about them making up weights and make us look bad. Nah, this motherfucker doing it, right? That's embarrassing. Look, okay, let's put it this way. First of all, right? There are far more important things, okay, in our culture and all that we need to deal with, that are just far more important than boxing. Okay, let's just throw that out there right off the bat. Boxing, like, it's not that serious, man. Okay, it's not like everything rides on boxing or some shit. No. Okay, no, that's not the way it works, right? So it's not like you gotta like shh, no, don't say nothing. We gotta prop it up because there's this war going on, and we gotta like battle this war of bias that's going on, and like, shut up. Everybody shut the fuck up, right? Holy shit. And the ones spewing this nonsense, right? Over there talking about De La Hoyas and it's not a big deal. The racist emails aren't a big deal, right? Like those motherfuckers, okay, just because they only get 12 views a fucking video, right? Yeah, you're gonna double your view count. Good job, okay? Good fucking job. Look, right? Canelo's fighting this dude at whatever it is, 160 plus. So when negotiations happen against Gennady Golovkin, and he starts asking for a weight under that, are you guys really going to pull the whole, no, yeah, well, 157 makes sense. Canelo's too little. It's a little puny, little itty bitty little Canelo can't fight big, giant, Gennady Golovkin. We got to make it fair. 157. What, are you saying that Gennady Golovkin is just superior to him, so he needs an advantage? Is that what you're saying? fucking morons. Nah, fight him at 160, dude. I think he could beat him at 160. Whether he does or doesn't think that, I don't know. All right. Whether some of you motherfuckers that claim you're big fans of his believe that, I have no idea. You obviously don't have any faith in the dude, right? This is a fight you feel comfortable in. That's what it is. You feel comfortable with this fight because you know he's going to win. Now, Man in the Water just put a comment, and he's right, okay? Only Mexican Americans have that mentality where you have to support everything labeled Mexican. Most Mexicans in Mexico agree with your opinion, okay? Just like in Mexico, all right? In Mexico, they don't see boxing as a take two to land one bullshit, okay? All right, that's not it. Right, there's been many. Okay, all right. There's been many Mexican boxing legends that fought off the back foot, okay, that were on their toes, right, that did not always come forward. This mentality that's attacking me, honestly, is coming from Mexican Americans. That's what it's coming from. I gotta support Chavez because, you know, he wears Mexican trunks and stuff. Wow. All right? Wow. What about the Mexican American, right, that arguably got jobbed and robbed here in my hometown in a fight against Chavez where everybody was fucking booing. Half of the crowd there was from Mexico. They were booing the dude. No, but we don't care about that dude, right? Because who the fuck is he? He's not famous like our precious Chavez Jr. He's the son of the legend. Ooh, okay? You bunch of fucking blithering idiots. Pinches inútiles. You know, this is the thing, all right? For years, I have encountered this, and it has like its ups and its downs, and it kind of goes away after, and then it comes back. But I remember a couple years back, I was criticizing the WBC, which is a very powerful organization, all right, in the sport of boxing. And I was criticizing the WBC because they made a decision to grant a fighter a title shot, even though he never fought through the ranks, number one, to get to that title shot. And then they put that fighter, right, in the ring against someone who never fought in that division, a welterweight who was not even ranked in the top 5 or 10 in most of those sanctioning bodies, and a weight class below him. And then on top of that, they allowed this individual who got the title shot that never earned it, right? They allowed him to make a catch weight at 150. And then on top of that, he didn't make the weight. He came in over that weight. And then on top of that, they allowed the fight to continue. And then on top of that, they still made it a title fight. And because I had criticisms about that, all of a sudden, no, man, you're just anti-Mexican, man. You just hate your own, SA. What do you guys? What do you guys think? What? Right? Like really? That's all you got to say? No, look, I'm not gonna hold it against Canelo forever, right? And I wasn't criticizing Canelo. I do it too. Okay? This is give me a time. I don't gotta earn it. Fuck it, I'll do it. I'll admit it. I would do it. but it doesn't take away the fact that it's a valid criticism. And my criticism was directed at the WBC. That's who my criticism was fucking directed to. And I was using facts to lay it out. These are factual things. These things happen. Well, what else is this dude doing? I mean, look, I don't care about marijuana use, but the dude's clearly a weed head, right? Uh, you know, dude, he's getting up at fucking. Oh, this scene, I've never gotten over this scene, right? Chavez Jr. is sleeping, and Chavez Sr. is running on the treadmill, like if he was training more than him. All right, he was watching the film. Fucking Chavez Jr. wakes up with fucking pink underwear. All right, I mean, oh man, you want to talk about feminists? Okay, this motherfucker had pink underwear, right? And he's eating. I can't get over this. He's eating cornflakes. All right. I mean, I can't. You can't script this shit. He has pink underwear. He's eating cornflakes, right? Munching on cornflakes, like nonstop too. Like he would like bite it, and then he was already scooping the next bite. You know, as soon as he swallowed all the cornflakes, he was already putting the rest in his mouth. Right? I mean, nonstop cornflakes all day, every day. Okay, and then you have his dad. Right? The captions, they don't do it justice. They don't. Right? If you understand Spanish, you'll understand why this is fucking hilarious. Okay. But basically, he's eating the cornflakes, and his dad's like, he thinks he's found something on film that you never know. If he would have listened to his dad, he may have knocked out Martinez like in the third round. Who knows, right? I don't know. But so like, here's his dad, right? Boxing legend Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., arguably the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. La leyenda, el gran campeón mexicano. The only reason your motherfucking ass been getting a paycheck since you were a teenager, right? You inherited his name. You had a fan base from jump because of him. He's showing you film footage, but it's bothering your cornflake eating moment. Like it's kind of inconvenient at the time, you know. I know it's 3:00 in the afternoon. I know I was smoking weed all night. I know I slept most of the day while you were training, all right? Pero ya sé. Like it's, he said, I know. No, you didn't know, all right? If you knew, you wouldn't have had this fucking embarrassing performance for 11 and a half rounds against Sergio Martinez. An old-ass motherfucker who was at the brink of his knee going out. All right? Are you shitting me? Now, you can't make this shit up, right? Ya sé. Kid thinks he knew everything. Like, he thought he had Martinez down and like all this shit, right? To top it off, his father's rant on ESPN Deportes is just epic. Okay. I mean, I'm like, holy shit. Even the ESPN commentators were trying to like find excuses for Chavez Jr., and Sr. was having none of it, right? None of it. Somebody in the chat asked you why I'm here. Because you clicked on it, dude. Okay, that's why you're here. You can leave if you want, right? Why am I here? Go to school. Like, what? Anyway, look, his dad went in on him. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, the ESPN commentator tried to intervene, like, well, maybe. No, he's like, no, maybe it's nothing. Don't make excuses for him. All right? He is sin remedio, he said. Este chavo no tiene remedio. That's what he said. Live on the air about his own son who inherited his name. All right? He said, translation, this kid he said, there's no hope for this kid. Okay? There's just no hope for him. Now he's, Chavez has changed his tone, and now he's like backing up his son. He's trying to place bets on TV, which is hilarious, right? ¿Cuánto quieres apostar, David? Like he's trying to bet money, and I guess giving his son one last chance, right? Plus, there's a lot of money involved, right? I mean, millions it kind of changes people's perspective, It's just something millions of dollars does. But I don't know. That shit's hilarious, right? It just is, right? Now, keep in mind, and I want everybody to understand this. My criticisms about Canelo and Chavez, and by the way, my criticism, I mean, it's a whole nother stratosphere. Look, I think Chavez is a fucking joke and he's an embarrassment. I don't feel that way about Canelo, right? I mean, it's a whole different. I criticize Canelo, but nowhere near as much as Chavez. Let's just make that clear, right? This fight's a downgrade for Canelo to me, right? But keep in mind, all right, as I'm looking at the chat here, all right, keep in mind that when it comes to Chavez, it's so fucking obvious that there's no, his own dad was fucking saying the same shit I said, okay? So that's that. When it comes to Canelo, Juan Manuel Marquez, right? When I criticize Canelo, I hate my own and Tio Tomas and all this stupid bullshit. Okay, that's unrelated to Mexican culture, by the way. You bunch of fucking blithering idiots, right? And then okay, you have Marquez criticizes him. Oh, Marquez is a hater. He just hates Canelo because, Canelo has freckles and he's more popular than he ever was, right? And then Pintor, Mexican boxing legend, criticized Canelo. Well, all you guys didn't know about that one. It's not unique. And I've seen the Mexican press criticize him for the same things. All right? What should be against De La Hoya? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. What should be against De La Hoya? I'm not sure what he's talking about. But if I have no idea what you're talking about, can you elaborate on what you're saying? Um. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I mean, I'm just reading the comments right now, but Ernesto Rodriguez. What are you talking about? What should be against De La Hoya then? I just honestly don't know what you mean. The criticism. Are you talking about? I mean, some of it is on De La Hoya, yes, right? Sure, if that's what you're talking about. Um, But especially since, I mean, look, I have boxing career wise, okay, fishnets aside, okay, boxing career wise, I have very little criticisms about De La Hoya. I think he fought just about everybody. He couldn't fight everybody, but he fought, fights that made sense throughout his career. So I don't have a lot of criticism about him career wise. But like a lot of people bring up Winky Ride, but I mean, I just think that's a fight that's never materialized. So when I look at what he's doing with Canelo, I kind of question a lot, because if Oscar's account is true, that he didn't want Canelo to fight Arizlan de Lara, and Canelo told him, no, I want to fight him, right? You have to question Oscar's faith in this kid, right? And to some degree, I don't blame Oscar, but to some degree, I do. So, but I can't look at it from his perspective, right? I mean, I could empathize with the fact that if Canelo goes down, I mean, that's the Titanic. I mean, and Golden Boy's the Titanic. If Canelo goes down, that's the fucking iceberg. It's gonna sink, right? So I could empathize with that, but at the same time, as a boxing fan, I can't let that intervene with, crap, putting up with crappy fights like this, right? I mean, I want to see Canelo fight the best possible fights, and I believe that they're miscalculating how loyal the Mexican fan base is. Okay, the Mexican fan base is extremely loyal. Okay, you don't believe me? They're still backing up fucking Chavez Jr. Okay, but so let's say he fights Gennady Golovkin and he loses. I just don't understand why they're so scared about that. Right? If he loses, he loses. I mean, I'm still going to be a fan of the kid. Right? He still has a career ahead of him. Okay, and I just don't get it. I don't know what the big deal is and what the fear is and why they just don't want him to take risk. And it's I question how much faith Canelo fans have in Canelo sometimes. And I just want to see him fight the best possible fights, right? And like they say in our culture, si le pone ganas, que le ponga ganas. That's it. Just give it your best. That's all we could ask for, right? Fernando V. I think you're a blithering idiot. I don't know why I keep watching this. Like what? That's I don't know. Good question, right? Because you want to know what I need to say. That's why. Okay. Right? Why else do you keep coming back? You blithering idiot. You see, this is the problem, right, with these people. Instead of bringing up issues and bringing up and arguing the points and the merits of the argument, it's always an ad hominem attack, right? I mean, that's what it is. Is that too big of a term that you need to look it up? But make no mistake about it, that there is a segment in the Mexican American community that just do not like this fight, right? And I know, anecdotally, I know, right? And I know it from comments I see from people that say they're Mexican anyway, and I know that from from people in my workplace or family, acquaintances, social media connections through Facebook. So there is a segment of people that just don't like this fight, right? They might end up watching it because it's an excuse to do a carne asada and shit, all right? But other than that, it's not something that's really captivating people's interest. Okay. Um, so for what it's worth. Anyway, I gotta go. I can't be here all night. So peace out, guys.